You've heard the stories, and if you haven't, grab my book, Echoes of Past Lives. A little boy remembers being shot down in World War II. A girl knows the name of a man who died decades before she was born, describes his house, his mother, even his last words. We call it imagination, we call it coincidence, but what if it's not? At the University of Virginia, a quiet division inside their department of psychiatry has been collecting the evidence the world keeps ignoring. It's called the Division of Perceptual Studies, and for over 50 years, they've been doing something radical, taking reincarnation seriously. Not in a religious sense, not in a mystical way, but clinically with records, interviews. It started with Dr. Ian Stevenson. He was a respected psychiatrist. He documented over 2,500 cases of children, mostly under the age of 6, who recalled past lives spontaneously. No hypnosis, no coaxing. Just raw, unsolicited memories. They remembered names, places, how they died, and in many cases, the details checked out. Even stranger, some of these children had birthmarks or deformities that matched the fatal wounds of the person they claimed to have been. We're talking bullets, blades, car accidents, wounds verified by death certificates. Then came Dr. Jim Tucker, Stevenson's successor. He focused on American cases to filter out cultural influence. He wrote Life Before Life and Return to Life, books that read more like case files than spiritual manifestos. One case stands out, a boy named James Leininger, who at age 2 began recalling memories of being a World War II fighter pilot. He named the ship, the plane, the exact mission. He named his fellow pilot. Every detail able to be verified through military records. What explains that? In these cases, thousands of them aren't random. Patterns emerge. The memories start young, around 2 years old. They fade, usually by age 7. The past life is often traumatic or sudden. There's also carryover, phobias, grief, even skills. As I said, birthmarks, deformities, showing up in the exact spot of the prior injury. This isn't culture, it's global. From Lebanon to Louisiana, Thailand to Toronto. UVA isn't claiming they've proven reincarnation. They're saying something is happening. Something that the current model of consciousness can explain. They rule out the usual suspects: fantasy, suggestion, fraud, cryptomnesia. And still, these kids remember lives they've never lived. If even one of these cases is real, the idea that the brain generates consciousness collapses. Consciousness is non-local. Memory does not die with the body. There are no dead people, only dead bodies. The soul might not just survive, it might continue. So what does it mean for us? It means we've been asking the wrong questions. Not is it real, but what does it mean if it is? If identity can persist beyond death, if trauma and love follow us, if the self isn't bound to one lifetime, then justice, purpose, growth, they all look different. We're not isolated egos crawling through a meaningless world. We're travelers, carriers of stories, souls in motion. The researchers at UVA won't scream this from the rooftops, but their data whispers something loud enough to shake the foundations. The past is not the past, the soul may not forget, and science, at long last, might be starting to remember. What else were we told to forget, and why? Let this one sit with you, not as belief, but as possibility, because if reincarnation is real, you're not who you think you are. You're who you've always been, and that changes everything. Maybe death isn't the end. Maybe the child isn't imagining. Maybe we've all lived before. And maybe you already know. Humanfluence out.